Lasermate, eject, operation, channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to Viewers New and Old, and today is a review I've been looking forward to and dreading. I'm taking a look at Siege Skyfire. That's what I'm going to call him. I know he's labeled as Jetfire, but to me, this is my representation of the character from the G1 cartoon, and he was called Skyfire. So that's what I'm going to call him. So here we have the box art, really cool. Got some Tetrajets coming in. We got him all armored up. Got Omega Supreme down there, who I'm hoping I can get someday. You can see the Siege artwork. Here we have the back of the box. Shows all the stuff he comes with. Here we got the side. There's the arc, foreshadowing what came 2 years later after this figure was released. And I've already taken him out of the box, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we're having to film in a different location because I just don't know how to keep this guy on camera. On my desk, I just don't think that would work. But here we have Skyfire in his jet mode, and I really like this jet mode. I think it's really cool looking. It's pretty accurate to how the traditional character looked. Again, in the G1 cartoon. He has landing gear. Again, I always appreciate that. And he actually rolls remarkably well, all things considered. So why doesn't he fly that well? I'm just kidding. Here we got him from the back. We got his thrusters on the back right here. And he comes with like a gazillion blast effects. And you can stick them in the back right here. So we can just blast along. So that's really cool. Now he does also come with a bunch of other accessories. Just realized this fell off. So he does come with a bunch of other accessories. However, I'm not really going to go into detail about these till we get to robot mode. So yes, really super cool looking. And he actually doesn't look too bad from underneath, all things considered. I mean, it's not how I prefer to display him, but I mean, who really would? So, for some comparisons, here he is with Starscream, who, used to be his friend back on Cybertron before. And I mean, they look pretty cool together. Obviously, Starscream is a lot smaller, and that's not changing at all when we get to robot mode. Now you can... Here, I'm going to have to angle up for this. You can retract his landing gear. And he actually has these... Let's get the light on. He does actually have these pegs right here. One here, and two more in the front. And that's actually there so you can have an Autobot, or Decepticon if you so choose, maybe before he switched sides. You can have an Autobot grab onto it, and he can fly along and carry them into battle. So that's really quite cool. Then when you open this part up, or pull that down, you can open up the cockpit, and there's this thing in here I'm not 100% sure what it's called. And you can actually fit a Titan Master in there from Titan's Return, or something like that. So that's really quite cool. Not that I'll really be doing that much. I'm probably just going to be leaving this in here. But if you want to, you can. So I think that pretty much covers his jet mode. So now we can get on to the transformation. Alright, I'm going to do my best to keep this on camera. Let's see here. So to begin, you fold these down. You can fold these in and collapse them. You pull the wings up. Then just go ahead and pull this up. Fold this up and in. Do the same on this side. Then just pull this down, tap it into place. See, that's locking together. Then you pull these out to the side. You pull, just undo the arms right here. Pull them out to the side like this. Then you just pull this out right here. It's on a double hinge. So let's see if I can indicate that a little bit better. Pull the hands out, pull this in, and this will just sort of lock into place. It's not super tight, but it works. Okay, so you want to grab this right here, hold it right there, then grab it like this and pull that down. Just do the same on this side for the hands. All right, let's see here. Then you come right here, pull this down, pull these out like this. You just tab it into place. You pull these down. Then you just fold these up. Then if they didn't come undone already, just pull these out right here. Make sure you just get it lined up where that's like that. You undo this, pull this around and tap it into place. Fold the feet out. All right, do the same on this side. Just angle these back a little bit. And there's Skyfire in his robot mode, and you can't even really see his face. But I mean, I'm really happy with how this guy looks. I mean, the head might be a little bit off in terms of G1 accuracy, but it's still close. This guy's got lots of good sculpted details. Doesn't really have necessarily a whole lot of paint to bring that out, but he doesn't necessarily need to. Back right here. Now, there's something interesting about the back. This part can slide out, and I guess there's seats in there where you can like stick Titan Masters in there or something. I don't really know. It's kind of weird, but I guess it exists. You can rotate this and have his Decepticon symbol, because that's fairly consistently been one of his character traits, is that he used to be a Decepticon. In comparison, here he is with his old friend Starscream. And he can switch sides and kick him off to the side. And for some more comparisons, here he is with the Earthrise Optimus. And for the heck of it, let's just bring in Earthrise Ironhide. And they all look pretty cool together. I like it. Alright. Now, let's get him armored up. So to get him ready for that, first, there's these flaps on his chest that you pull out. All right, so first off, you take these off. This is just how I have it for when I'm not using it, which is most of the time. So I said, this is more of a toy homage than, you know, something for the based on the cartoon. You open this up and you just put your fingers behind here and pop this out. Just undo these. And then there's actually these pegs on his wings that you need. They can be a little hard to get to, so it's kind of best to angle these up, then fold it back so you can get it out. Do the same on this side. All right. You can take his gun here, split it. You pull the handles out. And, oh, there's something really, now I'll get into that with the articulation. There's something really cool with the hands though. All right, so you just put the guns in right there. You take these and just peg them onto the sides of the forearms. Then you take these, and there's some ports on the back of the wings here that you just tab or peg them onto. Then you take these, and I put them on like this on the pegs. Then there's some slots in this right here. I don't know if you can see them right there and there. And they're gonna line up with these flaps on his chest. It's a little tricky. You just kind of have to convince it. And most of the time when you do it and start to take it off, these come undone. So just be wary of that. All right. So just put that into place. Then the last part, there's this tab right here, and then this blue section, this clear blue part on his forehead. There, it's spring loaded, and how it works is you just push this into place. So there he is, all armored up and looking more like his original G1 toy, which was called Jetfire. And you know, it's pretty cool looking. Again, it's not my preferred look, but it's still pretty nice, and I appreciate them sticking this in there to make it a little bit more worth the asking price, although if you ask me, this guy kind of is already. But pretty cool looking. Like I said, I appreciate those kind of nods. Alright, so I think I'm going to take the armor off camera. Alright. So, I got the armor taken off, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, really. I might just stick it in my red bin. Because like I said, it's cool, but I don't really use it for displaying this guy. Alright, so let's get his guns together. I don't think this is accurate to his gun he had in G1, but, you know, I don't even remember what it looked like necessarily anyway. So, there's that. And then, of course, he's got his blast effects again, so he can fire. Alright, now for his articulation. Head, it's not actually a ball joint, I don't think. It is some sort of swivel system. But he can look up, not really much in the way of down, pretty much nothing in the way of down. And this part is actually, it's weird, it's a little hard to describe, but it kind of comes undone. That might be some part of the transformation. But he can look right and left. Shoulders can do pretty much a full 360. And then they can go out to the side that far, so that's pretty good. And one thing I want to mention, there is a tolerance issue when you try to pull it back down. This is going to come undone unless you kind of push it in place while you're folding the arm back down. Get a bicep swivel. You do get a double jointed elbow. You do get a wrist swivel. And this part is just amazing. This is like something they didn't have to do and they did. And I so appreciate it. You can open the hands and the port actually retracts. So you don't have this big port there. You close it up and then it reappears. And that's just amazing. He does have a waist swivel. It's a little bit limited, but it is there. Now this part, he does cheat a little bit because this doesn't actually form the nose cone, but that's okay. Legs can kick forward that far and back about that far because of course they're going to collide with the back right here. They can go out to the side that far. You do get a thigh rotation. Knees can bend pretty much exactly 90 degrees. Then he does have ankle tilt. However, you have to like untab it to get it to work, and it doesn't look super good. So I don't really utilize this too much. And then you got toes and heels. So articulation is really nice. Again, this is a War for Cybertron figure, so no shock there. Most of these figures had like some of the best articulation ever. Let's see, I think that about covers this guy. There's a lot to talk about with him, but I think I covered the basics of him. So I'll go ahead and stick him on my display. Alright, so there's Skyfire with my Autobots. This shelf is very full. So overall, I was really regretting not getting this guy, and now that I have him, I'm super happy. He's a truly amazing figure. Jet mode looks nice. Transformation is fun, not overly complex, but it's not like insultingly simple. And robot mode is just excellent. I mean, I love the touch where you can flip the faction symbols and the armor attachments. Well, I won't really be using them very much. That, again, is an appreciated touch. And the hands, that's just amazing what they did with the ports retracting. So I definitely recommend you try and get this guy. He's going to set you back quite a bit. I mean, he's not cheap. And if you have to get a version of if you just really need a version of the mold, maybe get the shattered glass version if that one's even still in stock. But if you can, definitely get this version. This figure is just so awesome, and I'm so happy I finally have him. So that's my review for Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Skyfire. This has been a tough review, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.